Welcome back to Bone Smoke and Sizzle. Today we're gonna make an old style Cabanossi. This one is slightly different to the one I've made before. It is matured, we matured the meat beforehand and it's very nice in flavor. It will take about a week to make. For the first part for this Cabanossi is we need the pork shoulder. So we need 700 grams of pork shoulder. I'll show you what I have here. And we grind that through the kidney blade or a 20mm blade. So a really coarse blade. What we need is we need 700 grams of pork shoulder per kilo. The mincer I have set up with a 20mm blade. So you could use a kidney blade or 20mm blade. Or 18mm. We need it really coarse. Let's grind that meat. That's it. Make sure everything is switched off because your fingers will go inside there. For stage one is we need 20 grams of buckle salt per kilo. In the US that would be 18 grams of table salt and 2 grams of Q1 mix. In Europe we use buckle salt. It's very similar to what you use in the US. So for the stage one, the meat what we have ground now through the 20mm blade or kidney blade, whatever you have, we mix with the buckle salt. Also that would be US, like I said before, there would be table salt and Q1 mix. And we use the whole salt, also the whole 20 grams per kilo, and we mix that coarse ground meat first. Because now we need to mature it for the next 48 hours before we start in phase 2. Let's get that salt into it. And give it a good mix. Now we just want to get the salt mixed with the meat properly. We don't have to mix it so it's sticky, so now we just need to mix in the salt. Make sure all the salt is collected from your mixing bowl. So that's done. That's ready. And this one here we bag now. Let's get that mix into the bag. You could use also a pot, but for me the bag is just fine. That's it. Push it down. Really push it into the bag. You don't need to vacuum seal it. Just fold it over. If you use a tray, make sure it's covered. So. This now goes in the fridge for 48 hours. That completes the phase 1 for the Cabanossi. The next, as the phase 2, we start in 2 days. And then we prepare all the herbs, the little liquid what we need, and also the back fat. Okay, the pork meat has now matured 48 hours in the fridge. This is the meat which we let through the 20 ml plate. So I had time to mature, and we need at least 48 hours because we want to get this flavor into it from curing. So what we have here is 700 grams of lean pork, which has cured for 48 hours in the buccal salt. And here I have 250 grams of back fat. From the herbs and spices, we need 3 grams of ground black pepper. We need 2 grams of ground sweet paprika per kilo. We need 2 grams of whole caraway seeds per kilo. We need 0.5 grams of ground coriander per kilo. We need 0.5 grams of ground cardamom per kilo. And we need 3.5 grams of garlic powder per kilo. We also need 50 ml or 50 grams of ice water. And we fill the sausage mix in the ship casing. I'm using 22 to 24 ml. Those ones are soaking for around a half hour now. We have now all our ingredients together. We have matured, also we have cured the lean pork for 48 hours. And now we start making those sausages. And the mincer or the grinder, we need a 6 ml blade. The grinder I have set up already with the 6 ml blade, and I will now grind the lean meat first. Let's start grinding. So let's grind the fat. The fat is also done. So what we need to do is now is we add in the herbs and spices. Salt we have already added into the lean meat as we were curing it, so there's no salt it now. Then we give it a quick mix. So, now we add the water. And now we make it binding. So all the water needs to be absorbed. You already can pick up that distinct flavor or that smell of a cabanossi now. This is ready now for the fat. So I'm adding into the fat now. Give it a good mix so the fat is mixed evenly. Again, takes a few minutes. That's it now. We have a good binding in here. The fat is evenly mixed. Let's have a look. This is what it looks like. This is going now into the filler. Let's add all that mix into the filler. It's a really nice smell already, like really the distinct flavor or smell of the cabanossi. We need to push it down. Make sure we have no air in there, or get it out as much as possible. So that's it. Let's start filling. So we have the casings now. Let's get one out. Like I showed you many times before, get 2 fingers in it and fill up with water. That way the casing will slide on quite easy. So that's it. Get a knot in it. And start filling. Wet the casings a little bit and fill it semi-firm to firm. Just put a light little pressure on it. It's nearly done. That's it. We make now a knot in it. And that's the sauce. Now the next thing what we do is we check if there's any air in there. Because we don't want air in those sausages. So I'll just give a quick check here. If I see an air bubble somewhere, I pierce it. There's another one here. So that's it. What you're doing with this one here is we hang it. So we leave it about 30 centimeters. We don't twist it. And we just simply make loop for loop and hang it up. You see that? And all about the same length. It doesn't matter now if it's one a bit longer or shorter at the moment. We control that and we check that once we have hung them up. They are done now. I will hang it on the side now and check them so I show what I'm doing. As you can see, I have spaced them out. There's plenty of room here. So make sure they don't touch once they go into the smoker. So we just hung them on a loop. We didn't twist them. The sausages we let now hang for 60 minutes, so the skin will dry off a little bit. It has time to mature for another hour. Once this is done, the next stage, actually the smoking stage will start. So in the meantime, I will prepare the smoker and get ready for it. Okay, the cabanossi has hung now for 1 hour at room temperature. The skin is already starting to dry. And that's exactly what we want. Let me show you. As you can see, they're getting that silky look. They're not there yet, but for this stage they are done. And now we start with the smoking and also with the next stage of drying. For the smoking I use 3mm beechwood. So those chips are really good. They are a golden brand and give a really nice color. Alright, for the next stage of drying the cabanossi, what I've done is I preheated the smoker at 40°, and there's no smoke in yet because we need to dry it for another 60 minutes by 40°. I will hanging now the sausages, and in 1 hour I will increase the temperature from 40 to 75 degrees. Let's have a look what the sausages look like inside the smoke before it starts drying. Okay, the sausages are inside, so let's have a look. As you can see, they are hanging here, and those ones will stay in now for 1 hour at 40 degrees. Let's close up here again. So the sausages have now been drying in the smoker without smoke at 40 degrees for 1 hour. Let's have a look at them. They feel nice and dry, that's how it should be. Let me show you. As you can see, they're nice and dry and have taken on a darker color. That's what we want. The next thing what I will do is now is I will increase the temperature to 75 degrees and turn on the smoke as well, so they're smoking, and we leave it in there for 1.5 hours. So there. Let's switch everything off here. And let's see what they look like. Let's go and wait. I hope you can see that. I will hang them in now, and I'll show you inside what they look like. I've hung it now into the cabinet. They're still warm. Now they will air dry. I'll leave them until tomorrow, and then tomorrow I will cold smoke them again for 8 hours. That's the next phase. You can see they got a beautiful color. That's how they should look like after the first smoking. So this is stage 2 complete now. As I say, they will now be drying overnight now, cooling down slowly, and the chamber is set at 15 C and about 80%, 75 to 80% humidity. I'll show stage 3 and 4 shortly. As you can see here now, I set it to 15 as the medium, so it will be between 14 and 16 degrees. It's a moment just cooling down to 15. Stopped now cooling, and they stay in there now until tomorrow. This is day 1 from the cold smoking. They have now been smoked at 18 degrees for the last 8 hours. So let's have a look at it, what they will look like. Let's open up. See the nice golden color they have. They've been cold smoking, as I said, 8 hours the first day. Now they're gonna go into the drying room overnight, and tomorrow they will be smoked another 8 hours. Temperature in the drying cabinet is 14.7 and the humidity is 69%. And here they're hanging again now. As I said, they've been hot smoked now for 1.5 hour, and this is the first day after they have been cold smoked for 8 hours at 18 degrees. Today is the second day which I'm cold smoking, so she just finished now 8 hours at 18 degrees. Like you can see the cold smoke setup again here, and let's open up. As you can see, there's a lot of smoke in there, and that's what they look like after 2 days cold smoking 8 hours a day. They're finished now, and now they go into the drying room for another 5 to 7 days. So they are hanging in now, and they will stay in here, like I said before, 5 to 7 days. I will show you a daily update what they look like every day. This is the first day now which is in the drying cabinet since about 24 hours. So that's day 1 drying. Day 6, day 7. So the sausages, the Cabanossi is now finished. They are 7 days old since the first smoking. They're nice and dry. I will cut one now so we can have a look at it, what it looks like. So before we cut, let's look at them a little bit closer. You see how dark and nice color they have. This after 7 days. So I'm gonna cut one now and show what she looks like in the inside. It's cut here. I cut it sideways. She's nice and firm. Let's have a look at some of those slices. Look at that. Beautiful. Here's another one. You see that? Really nice. Beautiful smoked flavor. Very nice. So let me show it a bit close up as well. Look at that. Do they not look good? Those are homemade cabanossis, just the way they're meant to be. If you liked that video about the homemade cabanossi as a traditional one, please like the video, subscribe to my channel and share the video, tell others about it. Otherwise, I wish you all the best, make sausages, have fun and enjoy them. Till the next time, see you and bye bye.